Maiden speech, Llinos Medi.
Diolch yn fawr, Madam Deputy Speaker. Before I begin, I'd like to extend my deepest condolence on behalf of Plaid Cymru to all the families affected by the horrific attack on innocent children in Southport. And can I congratulate the Honourable Member for West Ham and Beckton and his maiden speech, and I think he has some similarities to my constituency as well. Hard work, community spirit and plain speaking will get along well. It is an honour to deliver my maiden speech today. I am deeply humbled that the people of Ynys, my home island that I love so dearly, have put their faith in me as their MP. I will work hard to be worthy of that trust. Ynys is known for its political unpredictability. We've been represented by 4 different parties since 1950s, making elections here quite a spectacle. A treat for political anoraks, but nerve-wracking for candidates. The people of Ynys keep their representatives on their toes, and I thank them for this. It reminds me that in every decision and every debate, they come first. Reflecting on my constituency's rich political history, I want to first mention Megan Lloyd-George, the first female MP for a Welsh constituency and a pioneer for women in politics. She served Ynys as a Liberal and an advocate of Home Rule for Wales. Her legacy paved the way for greater female representation in this House. She was followed by Labour's Cledwyn Hughes. 28 years parliamentary career included a tenure of the Welsh Office, during which the Welsh Language Act reached the statute books in 1967. That was a significant milestone in the history of our language. He was followed by Conservative Keith Best until 1987, when Ynys made history by electing their first ever Plaid Cymru MP. I owe Ian Wyn-Jones a huge debt of gratitude. I am honoured to follow his footsteps, whose legacy remains unmatched. I thank him for his continued support and guidance. Labour's Albert Owen took the reins in 2001. Albert served our island diligently for 18 years, always ready to work across party lines to serve the people of Ynys And the constituency turned blue again in 2019. I pay tribute to Virginia Crosby, whose work ethic I greatly admire. Now, Ynys is Plaid Cymru green again. It was yet again very close, 637 votes. Yes, Ynys is the gift that keeps on giving on election night. But I am very aware of how that nail-biting close results makes it my duty to work even harder to earn the trust of the people in all communities on Ynys whether they voted for me or another party or even chose not to vote. The topic of today's debate, budget responsibility, offers me an opportunity to reflect on my professional background. From 2017 until my recent election, I was the leader of Ynys County Council. During this time, I witnessed firsthand the human consequences of austerity measures imposed by successive governments. These decisions forced us to make cuts to essential services, decisions made not by choice, but by necessity, due to the reckless fiscal policies set here in Westminster. I recognise the important principles behind this bill, that of budget responsibility. It is a sensible step to ensure that the government's plans are independently assessed by the Office for Budget Responsibility before implementation. This oversight is important to prevent the kind of fiscal mismanagement that led to the previous government's disastrous mini-budget, which included the largest package of tax cuts in 50 years, without any efforts to make the public finance numbers add up. Such a situation must never be allowed to occur again. However, I have a niggling concern that this government might use that chaos of its predecessors as an excuse to shy away from taking bold economic decisions. Child poverty in Ynys stands at a staggering 35%. We need bold measures, such as abolishing the 2-child cap on benefits and making real investment in our services and infrastructure to tackle the pressing issues. I fear that tinkering around the edges won't be enough to drive growth in our economy. We need real investments to attract well-paid jobs and bring some dynamism back into our economy. We saw just today the Secretary of State of Wales refuse to commit to the electrification of the North Wales main line. We recognise the fiscal difficulties facing the government, but investment in the economy should not simply be seen as a cost to be cut. So, I urge the government not to let the shock of the mini-budget deter them from making the necessary investment in our communities. As council leader, I saw how the previous Conservative government undermined our plans for the Wilfa nuclear site. We had plans to create high-quality, long-term jobs and build skills and supply chain opportunities. Our efforts also focused on ensuring that any development would respect our island's unique environment, culture and the Welsh language. Sadly, the Conservative government pulled the plug in 2019. Now, more than ever, we need clarity and commitment from the new government. Like many areas, Ynys Medi is bleeding young people who leave in search of better opportunities. We need high-skilled, well-paid jobs to sustain our communities and to ensure they flourish. My journey into politics is not your typical. As a farmer's daughter, I grew up understanding the value of hard work, watching my father, a first-generation farmer, establish a farm alongside my mother. I left school at 16 and undertook a care course, and by the age of 18, I was working as a carer in our care homes. I've been a carer, a teaching assistant, a youth worker. I've had several roles, including selling eggs and milk recording on milk farms. In 2013, I entered politics, standing as a county councillor, and like many women, I initially lacked the confidence to step forward, and I was forced into it. But by 2015, I had become the leader of the opposition, and in 2017, I became the first female leader of Ynys Medi Council. My personal journey has not been typical either, and in 2015, I found myself homeless with my 2 children. It was tough, but now I am the MP for Ynys Medi. The most important lessons from my experience is to inspire other women, to believe if she can do it, I can do it. I aim to bring women along on this journey, regardless of their starting point. I will always be filled with pride when women come up to me to say, "Thank you. I've gone for it because of you." I'm not here for myself. I want people in Ynys Medi who might have also been through a tough time to see my work here and be inspired to put themselves forward. So, Madam Deputy Speaker, Ynys Medi is known as Gwlad y Medra, which translates to the land of the can-do. This attitude has always guided my approach to politics, and I will continue to do so in my work here. I look forward to cracking on with the job. I will work with colleagues across this House with a can-do attitude to secure a brighter future for the people of Ynys Medi. I'd like to thank my 2 children, Echiw and Tom, for their continued support to make sure that their mother is stood here as the MP for Ynys Medi. Diolch yn fawr iawn.